Hello, I am really excited about what we're gonna do for our music portion of Holy Week at Home. We're gonna actually learn a song, but we're not necessarily learning it to sing, we're gonna learn it to sign language. And I want you to know sign language is just such a great, first of all, it's a real language, and it is used to communicate with people who can't hear. And so you use your hands to communicate. But it's also a really great way to worship. And as I was watching Miss Sabrina teach us the sign language that you're gonna see soon, it just really made me realize the depth of the meaning of some of the words because the signs a lot of times are kind of like a picture with your hands of what the word means. So it's a really great way to worship. And the other thing is, as you practice, hopefully you'll watch the video of the signs more than once, and as you hear those words over and over, it'll start getting ingrained in your mind and in your heart, and the meaning of those words will make your Easter so much more rich. And even as you grow older, you may not understand all the words now, but as you grow older, you'll begin to realize what they mean. And the song we're gonna learn is called Lamb of God, and it's referring to Jesus. He is called the Lamb of God. And I want to read to you this verse from the book of John. If you've heard of John the Baptist, this is who is talking in this verse. It talks about John being out and he sees Jesus one day, and he says to the people around him about Jesus, he says, "Behold, the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." And that's what this song is about.
Hey guys, I'm Sabrina, and I am going to be teaching you some sign language to the song that Miss Vicki just talked about. One thing that's really special to me is that I love to use sign language because it's how I communicate with my parents, and it's how they communicate with anyone, and it's how they worship God. So I want you to share that worship with me. We're going to start by learning the first couple of verses today first. Our first line is, "Your only son, no sin to hide." So we're gonna say only, we're gonna take our finger, only, and then our hand, son. And then we're gonna take our hands like this, we're gonna say without. For no sin, we're gonna say without sin. Without sin. So we're taking our hands like this and we're going out a couple of times. Our next line is, "But you have sent him from your side." So this one, we're just gonna do like two signs for this whole line. And we're gonna say, "You have sent him from your side." So we're saying sent, we're sending something, and then we're showing they're together and now they're separate. Our third line is, "To walk upon this guilty sod." And so what we're gonna say, we're gonna do the signs for walk and earth, because that's what sod is. The guilty sod is the earth. So we're gonna say walk, like your feet. And then you take your hands, your thumb and your middle finger, and you make almost like a little circle, and you're gonna put them like this on top of your other hand. The last line in that first verse is, "And to become the Lamb of God." So our most important signs in this one are Lamb of God. And so we're gonna use Lamb of God a lot in this song. So we're gonna take our pointer finger and our middle finger, and our middle finger sticks out just a little bit. This is actually a K in sign language. So we're gonna take our K in a sign language and our arm, and we're gonna go like this, like we're shearing a sheep. This is lamb. And then God is our hand from the top coming down. So Lamb of God. Let's try those first four lines together, okay? Your only son, no sin to hide, but you have sent him from your side. To walk upon this guilty sod, and to become the Lamb of God. And then now we're going to move on to our next verse. Our second verse, the first line, and that is, "Your gift of love they crucified." So we're going to show gift, love, and crucified. Crucified's gonna be our most important one on this one because that's what happened to Jesus. They crucified him on the cross, and so we want to show that that's what was done, okay? So gift, we're taking our hands like this when we use these same little symbols for sin, but now we're doing it from God to us, and then love, we just cross our arms. And then crucified, we show the nails in his hands. Our next line is they laughed and scorned him as he died. When we scorn somebody, you're looking down on them. So they laughed and scorned him as he died. Our hands are here and they go down. So the next line is the humble king they named a fraud. So one of the important things to know is that a lot of times signs like king or Lord or Christ, a lot of them will come from your shoulder down, but when we're talking about God, we do it up towards God. So we're gonna start with a K. We're gonna start on our shoulder, crossing our body, K, and then it goes up. The king they named a fraud. So we're gonna say named, they called him a fraud. We take our finger and we go across our nose and then down like this. Let's try these 4 lines from the second verse together now. Your gift of love, they crucified. They laughed and scorned him as he died. The humble king, they named a fraud and sacrificed the Lamb of God.
Your only son, no sin to hide, but you have sent him from your side to walk upon this guilty side and to become the Lamb of God. Your gift of love, they crucified, they laughed and scorned him as he died. The humble king they named a fraud and sacrificed the Lamb